Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 2, Episode 4 of Trollhunters Tales of Arcadia, titled KanjigAAARRRGGHH. KanjigAAARRRGGHH. So, here I was expecting that the entire episode was... I misremembered. And I was thinking that the entire episode would be them figuring out how to get the staff from Vendel, but I guess the reason I didn't remember is because they just said, fuck it, we ball, and just stole it outright. Like, Toby put on the mask that he used to impersonate Jim, impersonated Vendel, it worked, stole it, and then did the trade-off with, Otto, got the recipe for the cure, made the cure. They cured Arg. And here comes... He's summoned into the realm of the dead. The Council of Dead People, who failed at their duties, by the way. And he gets possessed. Like, I don't think he's really given a choice. KanjigAAARRRGGHH just straight possessed this man. But there's something that he says to Arg. He says, "You're the first non-troll hunter to enter this plane of existence since the start of time," which, was this plane of what is this plane of existence? Because in Wizards, we saw Merlin create the amulet, and this is far after the creation of time, and we saw him create, and when we saw Dea become the first troll hunter. Who created this realm? Who created the Sooth Scry? Who did this? It wasn't Merlin. Did they just forget about that in Wizards? I don't know. Anyway, he comes out, KanjigAAARRRGGHH comes out, he has a small little moment with his son, which is nice. And, Vendel comes in and he's like, "Arg, what dark magic have you gotten into?" And KanjigAAARRRGGH just says, "Well, in the spirit of what y'all did, fuck it, we ball." And just whooped ass in the most badass way. He was just a straight badass, and, you were reminded that, oh yeah, this guy was the troll hunter for, 200-something years or so. Since the start of America, well before the start of America, supposedly. And that just brings up one teensy little thing. The man still got dogged by Bular. So, which basically just tells me that this whole thing, Blinky was kind of lying, and, KanjigAAARRRGGHH really did just have an off day, apparently. Either that, or this man spent the entirety of his afterlife just training. He got his ass whooped, and he spent the entirety just training. They end up taking this Gyro Spear to the woods, and he basically builds Killerhead Bridge because it takes a troll hunter to summon Killerhead Bridge. Now, Arg is needed for this, so he leaves, and I'm just I'm agree with them, well, we could use you too. And in the spirit of being a ghost, he proceeds to give the most cryptic advice ever. "Blinky, here's a rock flare. You'll need it when your life's in danger." "When am I gonna be in danger?" "Oh, you don't know when you need the flare." "Ah, for Claire, you'll need this weird piece of rock metal thingy. This is for a key moment, wink, wink." "What key moment?" "Oh, you'll know." "Toby, your job is to make sure no one but Jim comes through." And I know Nomura comes out, so this makes me think that, I don't know what I'm thinking. But he fails, obviously, because I'm pretty sure Nomura escapes, and I'm pretty sure Gunmar also escapes, so I don't know. And it tells Drawl to guard the bridge and destroy it if nobody comes out. And I'm just like, damn. Putting the weight of the entire world on Joel's shoulder, my man. So they end up going into the Darklands with Noam Chomsky leading the way. They find Jim. They end up splitting because Blinky, first things first, drops the flare. So he and Arg, who was given a rope down and go there, while Toby and Claire, they don't have weapons, mind you. And through all of this, I need to know, what was the point of not giving them weapons? I feel like if, KanjigAAARRR's thinking this through, like, hey, we can give them the cryptic advice, but we can also let them take the weapons because they're probably going to run into Gum-Gums. And they're going to kill the Gum-Gums, and that's few less Gum-Gums. Eh? But no. And then the rescuers of the goddamn year, they end up getting trapped in a cell while Jim gets dragged out to fight to the death against Nomura. And that's how that ends. Meanwhile, we have Dictatious giving the "I'm still alive, brother," and basically being an evil shit to his brother Blinky. And we'll pick back up in part 2 of this, apparently, because they're still in the Darklands. This whole episode was actually more setup than anything. It was kind of mid. I'm glad to have Arg back, and I guess KanjigAAARRR thing was cool, but this whole rest of the episode was basically set up for the upcoming one, where I'm assuming they're going to escape the Darklands, they're going to meet up together and all this shit. So with that in mind, I can't give it no more. I'll give it a 6, because Arg's return is pretty awesome, so that return bumps it up from being just a mid-episode, in my opinion, so a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.